Hey everyone, so this will just be an internet web browsing speed test here between the $500 iPad mini 6 versus the $60 2022 Amazon Fire 7. So way difference in pricing here. This is not fair, I know. But we're just going to do web browsing. That's what most people are going to be using this guy for. It's just web browsing and maybe some Kindle reading, which it is excellent for the Kindle reading. That's the thing I'd buy this thing for over an actual Kindle. Uh, or I should say ebook reading. So let's go into Silk Browser on here, and we'll use Safari on the iPad. That's what they both come with. Both have been cleared of their histories. You usually do not do that every time you get out of them. But that is what the internet wants, so that's what we're going to do. First, we'll just go into an easier website of Pokemon.com and Pokemon.com. One thing I will say, both of these are on the same Wi-Fi, of course. The brightness is up quite a bit, almost all the way on the tiny one. It's only about halfway on the small one. This is 7 inches. This is, I believe it's either 8.3 or 8.4 inches. So they are actually somewhat close in size, just not in price. So, like I said, this will just be an internet speed test here. If you guys want something for gaming, the iPad is of course going to be good, or better. For gaming wise, the iPad can play, I've only done Roblox on either of these. That's what my gaming channel is mostly about. But you can do every game in Roblox I've tried on the iPad mini in max graphics. This will do pretty much any game you want in Roblox just on low graphics. Even recording, as it now has a built-in recorder. It will let me even record and play Roblox at the same time. The old generation of it would not even let you do Roblox by itself. So you see on this website, they're both actually pretty decently quick. Of course, the iPad's faster, as one would expect. But I wouldn't say it's that much faster. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll hit Lost Origins here. This, for speaker-wise, this only has one speaker. It sounds pretty good for what it is. This is either 2 or 4. I believe it's only 2, but there are 4 speaker holes for it, so I don't know if it's actually, all of them are usable. You guys can let me know on that. And it's kind of funny is this is a pretty small tablet, but next to the little guy, the tiny one, it actually looks kind of big. Hopefully you cannot hear my dog barking his head off downstairs at who knows what. Let's continue on to the Pokemon Center here. That is really cool. I know they made watches. Oh, it's Fossil. I think I remember my brother talking about that now. That is really cool. Apparently I did not hit it on the little guy. It doesn't want to load in for some reason, which is very strange. Trying to get off of that. Next, let's go into, let's actually go to Amazon. And Amazon.com. Amazon.com 1, 2, and 3. So let's see here. So again, because of the screen size difference, you get more on the iPad than you do on the Amazon guy. Let's see, it's actually a completely different view as well. I'm going to go ahead here and try and type in Garmin. The swipe is not always the best on the Amazon tablets. Sometimes it works great, other times it just doesn't work. It just gives you something not even close to what you're trying to type in. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the Vivo Active 4, which is now on sale because of Garmin's birthday party going on. Again, you get a different display. I believe if I go into desktop site here, it might give me the same display. There we go. So this automatically does the desktop site for this website. On Pokemon.com, it does not. as we already saw. Go ahead here and hit this picture, this super tiny picture. See, that was like instant on the iPad. It's like it did not even load in something else. It's basically instant. There we go. And there we go. I did two different ones there, but that's okay. Since we did Amazon, let's also do Apple's website. This will have some stuff we could see how well they both do with. Apple.com. I'm going to hit the learn more on the iPhone 14 Pro there. It'll give us a nice display. So let's see how these two do. So you get this nice, what's called a movie. That did nothing. So that works. That works. So this is all working. Of course, it works on the iPad. Let's see, it's having no issues with this at all. Neither of them are. So I just want to see how well this all worked. I don't know if you guys can see. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera there. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. So neither of these are having issues with this, I would say. All right. And we'll do one last website here. That is, again, if you guys know a good website to test out tablets with, let me know. I always just use Best Buy's website for the hardest. So you can see, I mean, for the most part, this is not really that much slower than the iPad is for just web browsing. Again, it's when you get into heavier tasks like gaming, that is one you're going to have a bit more issues. This will, of course, take a few seconds longer to load in than the iPad. But when you go into gaming, this will do max graphics, this will do low to medium graphics. Some games you might not even be able to play on the little guy just because it does not have the power for it. And you see on websites like Best Buy here, especially after you've been using both devices for a little bit, the Amazon just starts to struggle a bit more. It starts to show its downsides a bit more. The iPad just keeps on trucking. So all this stuff will pop in here in a moment. But you guys can see this is where it's going to start getting a bit slower on heavier tasks. I don't know why this website's so much harder for budget tablets, but it is. We kind of think Pokemon would be because of all the pictures that come in, but Best Buy is a lot harder than Pokemon's website. You can see you're still struggling there. Both of these are very small font. Of course, you can increase font size in the settings for both of these. And of course, you can also zoom in. Yep, there it is. So let's go back into each of these websites just to see if they both pop in correctly or not. Amazon, iPhone, Samsung. You guys let me know. Again, if you're going to be doing a bunch of gaming on it, the iPad's going to be better. Even the base model iPad's going to be better. But for general web browsing, I think both these are just fine. Or especially if you want some just for ebook reading, like on the Kindle, this thing is beautiful. It's better than a standard Kindle, unless you want the e-ink for that. You guys let me know what you think. As always, I really do appreciate y'all watching. Hope you guys have a good one. See you next time. Goodbye.